Sailing Yes Let's, Episode 5, Pelorus Sound.
Whoa!
Here I am crossing a bumpy trail on grounding Cape Jackson towards Pelorus Sound.
Looks like we're about to hit the bottom because the water is just so clear. It's actually like nearly 2 meters deep there. Although we would hit the bottom if we went about 10 meters that way. And outside the wind's actually blowing over this hill. It's just wrapping around a little bit. Occasionally you get a gust, then you get a lull. So yeah, the wind was blowing this way, which made it easy to sail in here. Because over here there's only a really light breeze coming out of the bay, which means the wind decided to go over this hill and then come down here. But that's actually perfect because I wanted to come into this bay, and the other wind was making it a problem. Because you see there's another Wharram anchored in this bay. That's how you know it's a good bay.
I had met this boat and its owners on my previous trip to the Sound a couple of years ago. They were one of the inspirations in me getting a Wharram catamaran, so it was neat to see both of our boats parked next to each other. This is some of the material you got when you ordered Wharram plans in the 1970s.
As a collector's piece.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that?
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
As a collector's piece.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that?
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Looks like hand-typed design with just photo prints glued in. Of course, now they have a website, but just shows what a cottage industry this would have been in the 70s. Wharram catamarans are somewhat notorious for builders making modifications to the design, and this one has a custom cabin on it, but I think they did a really tasteful job. By the way, Frank suggested holding a Wharram hui here early next year. Please post a comment if you'd like to come.
Lining things up really carefully. I think my rudders are not quite straight. Actually towed in at the back. Shortened the tower slightly so that it doesn't hit anything. And now it feels really smooth to sail. I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner.
Pelorus Sound has some really terrifyingly impressive driftwood. It had rained recently and it was spring tide, so everything just sort of lifted off and floated around. Pretty much you don't want to sail here at night because there are like entire trees, stuff that you really don't want to get your boat smashed into.
It's like a whole fucking tree. So I had an idea. Why don't I just put a cleat on the winch handle? I just invented a new kind of self-sailing winch. Here's how it works. Works pretty well and only costs like one of these is like $10, even paying full price. One floor, if it doesn't have enough loops on it, can unwind, but if it has good wraps, it should be okay. I was trying to tack out of Northwest Bay and that got pretty brutal. First the blue, my favourite kayak, the blue kayak, fell overboard. I managed to recover it. Then I tore the genoa, and it was raining and shit like that, and basically I was getting a beating, and I decided I'd just run for safety down into Havelock Way, and then here it's like totally calm. I don't know if it's calm back up there now, but it was brutal. Pretty sure it was caused by this, which I was using as a eye to pass the double purchase sheet through. It actually was flogging, and it came out. And it's actually gone through the sail and then tangled on. It was working well before that, but I think I need to replace it with something that is not quite as pointy. Not that that is that pointy, but when it's flogging real hard. What's the tear there? About a metre. I want it to the repair to come out as flat as possible, so the sail needs to line up with itself, so it doesn't put wrinkles in the sail, which would create spots of tension that might cause a tear later. So my plan is, first I'm going to tape it on one side, then I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to glue on a new strip of material, and then I'm going to sew all around that. The tape is just to get the things lined up. I don't get the glue on the deck. Now I'm going to mark around the patch so that I don't get glue on the areas that don't need glue. The can says allow to tack off for 1 minute, maximum 4 minutes.
The next day was quite windy, and so my repair got a good workout. A valuable lesson I had learned was to always use the proper cutter rig. So hank on the genoa and the staysail, and then I can reef by dropping the staysail or a second reef by dropping the genoa and raising the staysail, and it just means I have a lot more options that are much quicker than going and hanking on another sail when everything is getting really bumpy.
Wind direction seems to have changed. We're quite close to the shore. That was sheltered last night.
I decided I would paddle out a second anchor. Things got really quite windy, but the real wind was coming over the hill and going the other way. I was just getting gusts coming back towards the land, and the anchor seemed to be holding really well, so I just waited it out. The final obstacle was to sail through French Pass. I'd been through here before, but I'd never come through under sail. But that's pretty much my only option now. I got through without problems, and then the next day I received a dolphin escort welcoming me to Tasman Bay. Next stop, Nelson.